So it seems like Marvel Spider-Man 2 has been in the news for all the wrong reasons as of late. And this is mainly due to the fact that the PC port has been a massive letdown. And the reason I say that is because there's been all kinds of reports about it pretty much, glitching and crashing and all this other stuff. And it's been getting review bombed and, the whole nine yards. And it seems like I don't know. It seemed like this is an unfortunate trend that has been a thing in gaming for the past couple of years. It seems like a lot of video game, publishers can't get it right in relation to launches, or when they do launch a video game, there's always some kind of issue with it to a point where it's unplayable. Now, granted, this is only the PC port of Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is not an issue with the PlayStation 5 port, as the PlayStation 5 version of the game is still the most popular video game on the PlayStation 5 console right now. And I think so far the PS5 version of Marvel Spider-Man 2 has sold like 11 million in copies since its release back in October of 2023. And obviously, PlayStation's gonna do everything they can to patch things up and whatever, but I feel like, the damage has been done, and even when they do patch things up, I mean, people are still gonna prefer the PlayStation 5 version more so than the PC version. And I don't think this is going to negatively affect the overall success of Marvel Spider-Man 2. I do feel like the game has the potential to tie its predecessor in terms of sales because the Marvel Spider-Man game from 2018 on the PS4 did 20 million in terms of sales. And I don't think it's fully been 2 years yet. And this game has already sold 11 million on the PlayStation 5. So I would give it a little bit more time before this game ties its predecessor in terms of sales or even surpasses it for that matter. And I still feel like Spider-Man is going to be popular in media and in video games within the next couple of years or, throughout the rest of the 2020s decade. But but yeah, I mean, Marvel Spider-Man 3 is something I'm not expecting until the PlayStation 6 comes out. And and as far as like media is concerned, we're supposed to be getting a new Spider-Man television series that's supposed to be appearing on MGM Plus sometime in the near future. And apparently it's called Spider-Man, or sorry, Spider Noir. It's supposed to be coming out sometime in the future. There's no official release date for it yet. But apparently the filming had started back in the summer of 2024 and they're supposed to be wrapping it up this upcoming month in February of 2025. And the setting of the television series is going to take place in the 1930s, which I find fascinating because I've seen, various Spider-Man movies and television series, and I don't think I've ever seen anything where the setting took place in the 1930s. So I think it's going to be fascinating to say the very least. But but yeah, I mean, I do feel like, this is very unfortunate for Spider-Man 2 because that game was one of the more popular releases that we got back in 2023. And I feel like this botched release that we got for PC is something that could have been completely prevented. But but yeah, PlayStation's gonna eventually patch things up and over time, I think that people are probably going to steer away from the PC version and go with the PlayStation 5 version of the game. And I find it kind of funny how when Marvel or sorry, when PlayStation decides to bring a game to PC, this happens. I think PlayStation is a lot safer just releasing their console exclusive games on PlayStation 5 and keeping it as console exclusive games. And as far as like third party developers are concerned, they should be the ones that should have their video games on more than one platform, whether it be PlayStation 5 or PC or Xbox or what have you. But yeah, PlayStation for the most part really don't need PC for their games to do good in sales or anything like that. But at the same time, having more exposure outside of their core platform couldn't help. But it seems like PlayStation took a gamble with PC. Things didn't work out the way they wanted it to. But it's a good thing that it's a good thing that, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is already popular because if this had happened back in like October of 2023 when the game was just coming out, it would have been disastrous. And I feel like it would have been detrimental to its overall sales. So, you know, I don't think I don't think, this is anything that's going to significantly harm Spider-Man 2 or its popularity.